Now let's turn our attention to Bangladesh. The country is facing a new rebellion. A paramilitary force is now up in arms. They're called the Ansar force. Yesterday, thousands of Ansar personnel gathered outside the Secretariat in Dhaka. They nearly took it hostage. The student protesters showed up then to confront them. There were fierce clashes. Close to 40 people are injured. The Ansar force has put the interim government on notice. They've made several sweeping demands. Our next report tells you more about this latest challenge for Muhammad Yunus and his government.
Chaos has returned to the streets of Bangladesh. Last night, fresh clashes broke out right outside the Secretariat in Dhaka. This time, a paramilitary force was venting its anger against the establishment. These men in green uniforms are known as the Ansar. It's an Arabic word which means a helper or a volunteer. The Ansar are tasked with maintaining internal security and public order. With 6 million active and reserved members, they are one of the biggest paramilitary forces in the world. Last week, they started a protest. The Ansar personnel have been unhappy with how they are treated. They don't have a steady salary. Instead, they are paid like daily wage labourers. They also have complaints over what's called a 6-month rest rule. After serving for 3 consecutive years, each Ansar must take a 6-month-long leave. It's mandatory. And Ansar personnel don't get paid during this time. The paramilitary force wants this rule to be abolished. They are also demanding job nationalisation. After protesting for a few days, they decided to take their case straight to the Secretariat. The Ansar personnel took out a rally and tried to enter the offices in the Secretariat, but they couldn't. However, they did manage to secure a meeting with the members of the interim government, including the interim advisor for Home, Mohammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhry. Chaudhry is the de facto Home Minister of Bangladesh, the ministry that oversees this paramilitary force. He promised to abolish the rest rule and ordered a review for the rest of the demands. But the Ansar personnel were not satisfied. They continued their protests. There was a blockade around the Secretariat. Many government advisors were unable to leave. The anti-government protesters, the students who ousted Sheikh Hasina, were outraged. The protests' leaders released messages on social media. They asked the students to show up. They claimed the autocratic forces are trying to make a comeback through the Ansar force. The student protesters responded and showed up in large numbers, which led to clashes. The army had to be called in to restore order. This anger within the students has been brewing for a while. They claimed as Bangladesh struggled with the flood situation, the Ansar personnel blocked roads, hurting the movement of relief material. The latest showdown in Dhaka highlights the escalating problems for Bangladesh and its leader Muhammad Yunus. Sheikh Hasina may be out of the picture, but the protests are still raging. Muhammad Yunus has described the country's challenges as mountains, and he's urged Bangladeshis to be patient. But he doesn't have the luxury of time. The longer the unrest continues, the harder it would be for him to bring back order.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On this today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies.